Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kiosha. I'm gonna be talking to y'all about my experience living in Poland and being black. I do want to put out a disclaimer that these are my experiences and my experiences only. You might know people that have traveled to Poland, that have lived there and had like really great experiences or really bad experiences. Overall, I did have a great experience. Would I go there again? No. Would I live there again? Absolutely not. Never. Poland is not for me. I lived in Wrocław, Poland for about 6.5 months-ish, and I have more pros than cons. So there you go. If you are black and you have never been to any European countries that lack diversity, expect a lot of staring. I used to live in Spain, so I mean, people stared at me there a lot out of curiosity. It never really bothered me. This was a con for a lot of my other associates that were there with me. They did not like the staring. I kind of expected it because before you go to a new country anyway, whether you're just visiting for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, you should always look up like cultural things to note, things that are important to them. Look up their laws, like look up their laws and their rules and their policies and stuff so that you're made aware of certain things that are not the same in America. A lot of people don't know that they should do that, which is just like weird to me. I travel a lot and I enjoy traveling, so I already knew to look up stuff about Polish people in general. But yeah, they stare a lot. Like, they don't even try to hide the fact that they're staring. They just be like looking at you as soon as you walk in the door, the coffee shop, whatever it is, they are staring because there are not a lot of black people that live in Poland. Besides me, I saw like maybe just a handful of other like black people there. This next thing to know pissed me off so badly. Like it grinded my gears. When you are shopping, and this happened to me so many times, people are just rude. They do not say excuse me when they're walking past someone. They do not say excuse me when they're reaching over you, reaching past you or behind you. They are so damn rude. And I don't know if like people do that to Americans out there because they know that we don't speak Polish or they don't expect us to speak Polish, but it was just so annoying how rude they are. I can't even begin to express how frustrated and annoying I was. I would just look at them and be like, you can say excuse me. I even started learning like some curse words and stuff. Preszka, like preszka means like excuse me. I can't remember because it's been like forever, but like you would say like preszka to say like excuse me or like excuse you. And then I started learning like bad words out there because people were just rude, so I would like say stuff to them like, okay, I wasn't being a mean girl. Rusze sa shuko or shuko or something like that. I'll just put the subtitles on the screen because people would just be so rude on purpose, and I would give people chances like, you can go this way and I'll go this way, or I'm looking at this shirt and when I'm finished looking at it, you can look at it after. No, some people are just hella rude and they can tell that you're American, and a lot of people just don't like Americans, which is completely fine. But if I'm shopping, you can wait your turn. This just happened way too many times when I was in the mall. I know Americans are really big on like eating out, and we are really big on customer service as far as like how our waitresses and waiters cater to us. Out there, yo, no, that's not a thing. And Wrocław is not a thing. Customer service is very low. Very. They do not care if you are like waiting for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. They do not care. They have priorities. That's not you. Also, this bugged the hell out of me. We would have a table, right? Like my associates and I, we would be sitting at one table and say like, in the entire restaurant, there's full of like other Polish people, of course, and the waiter or the waitress, they would go to the Polish people way before they came to the Americans. Like, even if we were there first, let's just say that we were there first, because that happened plenty of times. We were already in the restaurant, you know, we had our menus, we were waiting to order, but then more people would come in and the waiter or the waitress would go to them first rather than coming to us like after we had been waiting for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and we already knew what we wanted to order. And it's like when we would try to get their attention, they did not care to come to us at all. Now, this is not in every single restaurant. This happened at certain restaurants, and we want to eat, and y'all serving all these people way before us. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to say this in a way that's not like, actually fuck it, because this was my experience. I do not care. I tried to get a reservation at 5 different restaurants, couldn't land a single spot. But I was doing this like all week, just checking in with this restaurant so that I could try to like, you know, reserve a table for my friends and I. And the lady just like heard me speaking English like right away, and sometimes I would try to speak in Polish, but they already knew that I have an American accent. They would tell me that they had no other tables and that like I couldn't make a reservation, just come in, like a reservation is impossible. Tell me why. Like I made a friend with this Polish person, they called the same restaurant and they got the reservation. They just don't really like Americans. Why don't y'all want our services? It doesn't make any sense. We wanted a reservation to secure our seat at the table to eat some food, and that was just a headache. Polish people first, Americans last. Wrocław really didn't have a lot to offer because it's really just their Rhineland. It's full of restaurants, coffee shops, bars, like little boutiques and stores and stuff. It's really nice, but unless you find like hidden gems around the city. After a couple of months, I was just running out of things to do. I had already gone to the museums that I wanted to go to, the picnics, the parks, being on the river, the restaurants, the movies, the mall, and then that was it. I got to a point of time where I was just like, okay, I'm ready to go now. This isn't fun. The weather over there is pretty similar to like Minnesota. It's extremely cold and rainy from January to April. Well, in Minnesota, like snows a little bit more, but it felt like I was in Minnesota again just because of the climate, and I was not a fan of it. It is extremely windy in Wrocław. There were days where, man, like the wind was just eating at my earlobes. I hated it. So a big pro, most people do speak English. Now, they might not speak a whole lot of English, but they speak English to where you can understand them. Like the lady at the nail salon, she always understood me even though she couldn't speak it back to me entirely. There's a lot of college students in Wrocław, so some of them speak English. Most of the workers at the coffee shops and the restaurants, they all speak English, okay? They do. The cost of living is extremely cheap. To travel via bus, Uber was dirt cheap. The most I ever paid on an Uber was $10. The scooters and stuff out there is so damn cheap. Bruh, I was on a scooter for like an hour and a half. Guess how much I paid? I had only paid $8 and some change. Now in zloty, it was way like less than that, but because that's their currency out there is zloty, like PLN. But I had only paid like $8 for an hour and a half. We're talking about 90 minutes on those scooters. I just enjoy being on the scooters. Time of my life. Getting on a bus is really cheap. I want to say it was probably $1 or $2 to get from like the center of somewhere to like downtown of another place. It is so cheap. Anytime I did get on a bus though, I didn't pay because, so I think there's this app that I had that you can pay for your ticket before you get on a bus because it shows you the schedule. So what I did was I just got on the bus, bro. I waited for it, I got on the bus, and then I went to the back of the bus, I sat down. And not that I'm encouraging anybody to do that because you can get caught, like I saw on Reddit, like how someone got caught because they didn't pay because somebody like asked for the ticket and they weren't able to show it. You can always play the dumb American and be like, no, I didn't know. It's my first time here, whatever. I did that maybe like 3 or 4 times. And then I always just call Uber. Very cheap. Like I said, Rhineland is mostly where the coffee shops and restaurants are. And the shopping centers, they have like 7 malls there. And all of their malls are huge. They even have this like 7-story mall. There's not a whole lot in it, but the malls were very beautiful. The stores that I enjoyed going to out there were Crop House, Zara, Bershka, and Pull&Bear. If you've watched any of my Poland vlogs, go watch them, go check them out. You will see that I went to those stores and how the inside of those malls looked. They also have amazing boba tea. Some of y'all might not be fans of boba, but as soon as I got there, like within 2 or 3 days, I went to the mall, got some boba tea. I was amazed. It's great. They also have like great Nike dupe stores out there. I don't know their brands of like their athletic stores, but stores where you just walk in and see like all the jerseys, the tennis shoes, and the hats and stuff. They have those out there. Great, cheap. The quality of most of their clothes just weren't it for me. Like some of their clothes, I don't know if it was the way that my clothes were being washed, but they just did not last for me. And especially the clothes that I bought from like House and Crop, like all of the clothes that I bought in Poland, I do not have here with me. I had some bomb ass outfits though. Like I really had a sense of style when I was out there. Like my trainers that I would wear, like my white pump tennis shoes, I was just so happy to be back in Europe and to be like wearing those shoes again. I had so much fun. You can travel to other European countries out of Poland for a great price. I lived right near the Wrocław airport, and to just get trips from there to Germany, from there to Spain, like it was so damn cheap. Like I know other people went to like Italy a lot for literally like $30 for the whole weekend, for a 3-day, 4-day weekend. The currency exchange out there is really cheap compared to dollars. Like your meals are incredibly cheap. Y'all, the most I ever paid on food was probably, I want to say maybe $13, like $13 to $14. And that's probably because I had a burger, fries, and like whatever else. Also, another thing, their fast food options out there are way healthier and just, oh my goodness, their menus are different compared to American menus. Also, if you go to a McDonald's or a Wendy's or a KFC in Germany, it's gonna be different than the one in Spain. It's gonna be different than the one in Norway. It's gonna be different than the one in Austria. KFC had vegan chicken nuggets. McDonald's had this vegan or the vegetarian like burger, and you can have it without cheese. Like their Burger King out there was great. Yeah, they have their own like vegan fast food options out there for you. The pad thai, the ramen. The food was great. And you're talking to someone that loves to eat a lot. Depends on what you like, but I had the best ramen out there. I cannot remember the names of these places because I went to so many different restaurants. Like I was eating out during the week, I was eating out during the weekend. I didn't even gain a single pound because their food does not contain all the harsh ingredients that American food industry does, and all the sugar and stuff. Yeah, they don't play that over there. You pay more over there to get like extra condiments. I kind of like the idea because it's like if you're gonna be unhealthy, you're gonna do it on your own dime. I love the pasta. I went to like 3 different Italian restaurants, great pasta. Oh, I had Korean barbecue out there for the first time ever. And it was busting. The braised tofu, y'all. But in Wrocław, they do have a lot of vegan options, vegan desserts, vegan coffee shops. Oh my goodness, like vegan bagels. I had a vegan biscuit with like vegan bacon and gravy on top of it. All of these like smoothie options, all of these like dairy-free options for desserts. So good. Okay, so my favorite restaurant that I went to all the time, and I always took people there, and I also gatekeep this place too, is called Umami Dumpling and Pasta Bar. They had vegan byozi, and when I tell y'all, I had that place at least like twice a week. Like as soon as I discovered that place, I just started going there so much. Like the customers, the staff there, they already knew me. They knew me and they knew my order. But when I tell you the vegan byozi is amazing. It is stupendous. Like bro, I still think about it to this day, like looking at it. I think I have a clip of it in one of my vlog videos. But another thing that they do and say out there is when you get food to go or you order like your pickup order, they say takeaway. They don't say like getting this to go or like to be delivered. They say, oh, you want takeaway or you want to stay here? And I feel like, yeah, takeaway. I had gotten on a group of like saying that like, can I get this for takeaway? Because anytime you say to go, they're like, what? Like takeaway? And then they understand you. But y'all, that is pretty much it for like the pros and cons of me living in Wrocław, Poland. Like I said, overall I had a really great experience. Like I did. But will I go back there again? No, not unless it's to go back to Umami. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below, and I will see y'all in my next video.